Hi there, my name is Jean. I'm one of the co-founders at Echometer, and in this video I'd like to give you a brief introduction into our team Retrospective tool and the team health checks. So we'll first look at how to prepare retrospective, how to facilitate a retrospective, and finally how to track retrospectives and team health check results over time. So for the preparation, you have a list of many templates that you can pick from that you can check out in the retro preparation. And then you just go ahead and click Use Template to use the one that you like best. Then you have a couple of customization options. I don't want to go through those in detail now, but one option that I want to highlight is the survey, because you can run surveys in Echometer, also independently of retrospectives, to gather feedback from your team asynchronously. So in this case, if I send a survey, it will look something like this. So we have the health check items that people can respond to in the survey. And we have open questions that people can respond to just like this. And in the end, I recommend trying this because gathering feedback asynchronously before the retrospective usually increases your quality of the retrospective quite a bit, because you don't have waiting time and people can take as much time as they want before the retro to shape their feedback. The next interesting part is the facilitation of the retrospective. So these are the steps that we have for the retrospective. We try to follow best practices, so this is why the agenda looks exactly like it does. First on the waiting screen, you have this balloon shooting game that where we make the time where you wait for everybody to join the retrospective a little nicer. You can share the invitation link right from the upper right corner to get all the participants online to join you. Next step is the icebreaker. This is just an open-ended question that you can use to get everybody activated. If you don't like it, you can generate a new one by just clicking here. Next one is the action item review. So all the action items from previous retrospectives will be shown to you so that you can decide if you want to continue monitoring them or if you can actually just mark them as done. Next step are the health checks. So here you see the distribution that shows how the responses differ. This will lead to very interesting discussions. And you can also compare it to the previous period by looking at the gray curve behind it. And you can then leave comments to keep track of what was discussed in this regard. Next one are the open questions. So here everything comes together and you can reveal each individual column or let the team brainstorm. And then topics that belong together, like for example, A, in this case, you can just group by drag and dropping them one on top of the other. Next step will be prioritizing. So in the prioritization, you can decide how many votes everybody should get. And then let's say I give votes on these topics and close the voting. Then the board will be filtered to only show you the ones that are relevant so that you can focus your discussions to figure out action items for the ones. So let's say solve D and just make myself responsible. And this is how you create an action item that keeps track of the context on where it was created from, which will be helpful in the future when reviewing it. All right, the last step of the retrospective is always the retrospective score. So each participant can provide their vote on how useful the time was invested, and then you can close it and you see how this develops. This is a really helpful mechanism to make sure that the retrospectives are well invested. You can export the results in different formats or just copy the sharing link for the results of this retrospective. When you go back to the team page, and this brings us to our last point, how to track the results over time. You have the list of retrospectives available at any time where you can review all the results. And you have the team health section here. In team health, you can decide which items should automatically rotate into your team retrospectives so that you can generate insights over time. Then you get this health check radar chart that shows you the different variables, and you can click on one of them to see how they trend over time. Echometer also allows you to track team health over multiple teams. For this, we call workspace health. So here you have a dashboard on its own that is just focusing on showing you the results from the workspace health rotation. And you can even use pulse check surveys, which are surveys that are run across all teams automatically based on a frequency that you can select to gather data on the items that are interesting to analyze across all teams. All right, this is a very brief overview of the team retrospective tool and the team health checks in Echometer. I hope this generated some interest to try it on your own. And if so, I recommend highly to just try it on your own as part of the free plan of Echometer. Have fun.